as Al put it today, the great Tommy Skaggs, sharing with you my Wednesday haul. I guess it's a guest appearance Wednesday haul, or is it my cameo appearance? I don't know. But I will start with my my mailbag. Usually I come home with usually 3 or 4 waiting by the door for me. So today, waiting for me was the mighty Thor. No, I'm not mighty Thor. The mighty Thor 129. Now, this one is in pretty rough shape. So the you can look it up in different places. I tend to go to eBay. Everybody knows comic books are in a very volatile market, and prices go up, down, left, right, and sideways. So this one, if I had a 9.8 version, it'd be worth $38,000, which would be fantastic. This one probably worth about 20 to 30 bucks. That's my guess. Some in the same condition on eBay say 30 to 80. I'm no expert, I promise you that. So if you end up with a Thor 129, make sure you have somebody look at it and give you a good, decent estimate. That's if you want to sell it. If not, it goes in the collection. So moving on. And we're doing first all the stuff that I picked up that's not new. So next we pick it up Excalibur, the deluxe foil edition, number 75. It's gonna be the last time Rachel's the Phoenix. A lot of times covers draw me in, especially when they're like a foil edition, ooh, shiny, or anytime somebody's doing something for the last time. It might not be worth a lot now, but who knows in the future. It's kind of like the stock market, except way cooler. So the Excalibur 75 foil edition on eBay, you're looking at about $5 to $10 if you want to pick up a copy, or if you have like 3 copies and want to get rid of it. So there's Excalibur. This one was handed to me directly by the man himself, Mr. Matt Odom. And this is What If Annihilation Reached Earth. This is going to be a Marvel one-shot. Sometimes comic books are awesome to read. Usually the one-shots are really good stories. They're not just something pretty to sit in a box and wait for them to collect dust and value. On eBay, they're going for about $10 to $30. You could look in the Overstreet price guide, whatever. Everybody has their own opinion. Again, like I said, around 10 to 30. This one seems to be in pretty good condition, so we shall see. I'm more of a collector than a seller, but if I come across something that I already have and I can get it again, you bet your Aunt Fanny that I will get one to sell. This one was also handed to me by my buddy Matt. This right here is Werewolf by Night. He knows I like my horror comics, especially my early horror comics, and Werewolf by Night is pretty freaking awesome. I like all my monster stuff, the werewolf, the Dracula, Frankenstein. So I picked this bad boy up, and it's going anywhere between $7 and $35 on eBay. You always have to take into condition these really old comics. They're very frail. The colors of the pages start to fade. Nowadays we've got different materials, so hopefully the paper lasts longer. This one here, I'm always a fan of picking up number ones. I don't really care who they are, but when it's Gwenpool, how can you not pick up the number one? So it's Gwenpool number 1. Like I said, I'm a sucker for number 1s and variant covers, which I know I haven't said about the variant covers yet, but I'm a sucker for number 1s, variant covers, and anything that's the last of something. So the Unbelievable Gwenpool number 1 It's really not going for a whole lot. It's like $5 on eBay. I mean, anywhere between $2 and $5, I would say. It's a nice colorful cover. She's riding a bicycle with a friggin' 50 cal machine gun, strapped to it. Well, I guess it's a motorbike, dirt bike, whatever. But there's a whole lot going on the cover, so it is a little busy. But Captain America's shield, it's always nice, right? And then I also got Gwenpool number 5 with some Miles Morales, because you can't go wrong with Miles, right? You got a nice little comic that came out today that looks pretty sick. So, The Unbelievable Gwenpool number 5. It's Miles Morales and Gwenpool. I thought this was a variant cover, but I was absolutely incorrect. So, this particular one is going between $5 and $10. You'll find some that people are trying to actually auction them off, and they start them off at 99 cents, so it can be misleading. So when you go into auctions, make sure you really pay attention to what you're looking at and looking for, because you got to be very particular. You got to read the description and you got to look at pictures, okay? Because if you don't, what you see in the picture and what you get in the mail might be two different things. Because sometimes you can type it in on eBay and get it cheaper, but sometimes there's a reason you get it cheaper, especially with Star Wars comics, because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, as you can tell from my child here. The early 70s comics, so your original Star Wars comics, they have the originals and then they have reprints, and it says reprint very clearly up in the top left hand corner. So I had ordered some from this guy on eBay, and he sold them to me basically as originals. The pictures were of originals, the description said they were originals, and what I got in the mail were very clearly reprints. I was not happy. So mind your descriptions and your pictures, people. Never hurts to double check. Okay. So now we're going to move on to the Spirits of Vengeance. Wait a minute. That's Venom. This is a part 2 of 4 that I found digging around. It's part of the Spirits of Vengeance with Ghost Rider and Blaze. But Venom is trying to take over. So I was excited when I found this. This particular one is on eBay. You can find it anywhere between $5 and $35. Now I'm giving you these ranges because eBay is just a weird place. I could have something that I value for my life. Like example, let me show you something that my eldest Riley made me. She was into perler beads a while back, and she made me this Joker, which I value. To me, this is priceless. Okay, I could put this on eBay and sell it for. I wouldn't sell it, just so you know. Just let me state that right now. I would never get rid of this. But if I did, and I wanted to sell it for $500,000, that's the price that I would put on it, and I probably wouldn't budge. So some people value these comics, and they're really not wanting to get rid of them, but in some way, shape, or form, they need to get rid of them because they need the money. So they think they're worth more than they really are. So be careful. Don't get suckered into that one comic that you really, really want. And that goes the same with going into stores too. Wherever you're at, there's always more than one comic book store. And be willing to drive. Be willing to say, hey, I'll go an hour or 2 hours to check out comic books. Because when you get closer to a major city, you have a bigger selection, and you generally have better dollar bins, and you have better luck with dollar bins, things like that. And places have sales all the time. So don't just resort to the one shop that's close to your house just because it's the one shop close to your house. Venture out, people. Alright, so that's the Spirits of Venom. I gotta search for the other 3 that go with that set, because I like to collect sets too. So that's the other thing. So if I get a set 1 issue, 2 of 4, I've got to have the rest. Alright, so here we go. Spirits of Venom. This is going to be issue 6 in the Spirits of Vengeance line. It is going for $5 to $22 on eBay. Just depending on the condition. This one seems to be in decent condition. This is not something that I would necessarily send out to get graded. That's usually not my cup of tea. But I do have some that I need to send off and get graded. And then here we go. I told you about my number 1. So this is the number 1 of the Ghost Rider and Blaze Spirits of Vengeance line. So issue number 1, but it's part 2 of 6. So clearly I've got to figure out where the other 5 issues are. That way I can get them and enjoy. And then check this one out. It's called Midnight Massacre. It's actually number 13 in the Spirits of Vengeance line, the Ghost Rider. It was black. I saw it, thought it was cool. Kind of hard to read. The gold on black you'd think you would be able to read, but in this light, I guess it's kind of hard. It was kind of hard to read in the store too, but I guess I should quit moving it around. But this particular one, I forgot to tell you about the number 1. Number 1, you can find it anywhere from 2 to 20. This particular one, number 13, $2 to $30. Like I said, depending on condition and how much the person really loves their comic. The next one up came in today, that I picked up today, is Ghost Rider and X-Men. I enjoy crossover comics a lot. It's fun to see how the 2 factions interact, and this happens to be Ghost Rider is one of my favorite, and it's the X-Men. Everybody loves the X-Men, right? So this one's number 26, and it's going for about $5 to $10 on eBay. Like I said, some of these are not necessarily finds for me to make $1 million off. These are for me to read. And if I do come across something that is valuable, more happy to me, right? And I might send those off to get graded. This one right here was like super awesome for me to find because I love the Punisher, I love Ghost Rider, and this one is Ghost Rider takes on the Punisher. It's freaking awesome. So this is the gold variant, and it's also, the cover was done by Jim Lee. Yes, the Jim Lee. The awesome Jim Lee. This particular one is going for $7 to $12 on eBay. I had to find the second one. That way I can go over the whole series and check it out. See my Punisher. Huge Punisher fan. And then we have another gold variant. This is of Ghost Rider 15. And I don't know if you can see here. I don't know if I can tilt it forward or at some point. Anyways, it's signed by Mark Teixeira, also known as Tex. And this is the gold variant, signed by him. Freaking sweet. Can't beat it. But I also picked up the original cover. Now, the gold one that is signed by Tex is going for $50. Now that is not slabbed or graded or anything like that. That is just raw, bagged and boarded. Now, why did I get this one, you ask? Let me show you. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but guess what? That comic glows in the dark. You ain't gonna be able to see it. Not the way I got the light angled. This variant of this comic is a glow-in-the-dark version, and it goes like from 4 to 20, but when you get it graded and slabbed, the value of it skyrockets. And I've seen a handful of these, which is going to make me go back and get a couple. That way I can bag and board, or actually send off to get graded. So try to find 4 to 20. And I think I'm going to get my text version slabbed and graded as well. And then here's Johnny Blaze versus Ghost Rider number 14. Just your run-of-the-mill Like I said, anytime I see a Ghost Rider comic, I'm gonna grab it. 5 to 20 out there on the eBay. So if you're another Ghost Rider, try to see if you can snag one for the cheapski. Now we're gonna come. This is the last little bit of my digging around today. Matt actually did the digging for me on these because he knew exactly what I was going to look for before I even got there. So again, thank you so much, dude, for doing this for me. This is Tomb of Dracula 15. Okay, you guys, I love this series. Tomb of Dracula 10 is the first appearance of Blade in the Marvel universe. Okay, but I love Dracula. I love everything about it, all of it. The series is great, and I'm trying to collect all of them, so I don't care what condition they're in. These are for me personally. So here you've got Tomb of Dracula 15. Like I said, these things, if you look at them under, I can't think of the name of the website. It's like Go Collect Comics or whatever, and you look it up, and you'll see the 9.8 pop up, and it's like, oh my god, that's worth $550. Yeah, if it's a 9.8. But, you know, comics these old generally aren't 9.8s. Okay, so come back to reality. But this particular one is going for 30 to 80 bucks, which is actually really good on eBay. So here is, well, let's move this one. And if you get a chance to read some copies of Tomb of Dracula, you find you some digital copies, like I did, buying a DVD instead of the real comic. That's another thing, people. Please pay attention to the description. I accidentally bought a Blade, Tomb of Dracula number 10, but it was digital on a DVD, but it didn't say that anywhere. It just said I was buying the comic, and I was a little upset. But you want to get them digitally and read them, that way you don't have to touch them. It's a great way to do it. Dracula's back from the grave. It's, you know, you can't kill my man. That's my dude. This is Tomb of Dracula number 16. This one right here, you can get it for 10 to 70 bucks on eBay, or please visit your local comic shop. Find the good ones and show your patronage. These guys work really hard to accrue these comic books for us, and they want to help us. They want to make sure we get cool stuff too. All right, number 17, Tomb of Dracula. This one has a Blade appearance. Obviously, because let's see. Nope, I flipped it around. This one is the one where Blade actually gets bit by Dracula. I know, right? Blade's supposed to be born, blah blah blah. Blade gets actually bit by Dracula in this one. This one's going for 10 to 80 bucks on eBay. Like I said, you get these things slabbed. The sky's the limit based on condition. Okay, remember 17. Blade gets bit by Dracula. Number 18, my man. We've already seen him once tonight. We'll see him again. Werewolf by Night. The werewolf makes an appearance in number 18, which is always great when they cross over, right? So, werewolf trying to beat up on Drac. Drac's trying to obviously feed on the sexy lady. And for $20 to $136, anywhere between that price point, you can get your own copy of Tomb of Dracula 18. This one's kind of a bit rough on the edges up here on the spine, and that's okay. Remember, this is just for my collection. I'm not trying to sell these bad boys, but if I find 2 copies of number 10 and one looks better than the other, you better believe it. So here's Tomb of Dracula 19. Number 19, this one does have a Blade appearance also, and it's going anywhere between 10 and 100. Now I think there's like 108. That might be Star Wars, I don't know. I know there's at least 78 of these, so make sure you're getting authentic stuff. These bad boys are from the 70s, and you know, pay good attention, because you know, you spend good money for older comics. Don't get ripped off. All right, so what are we going to do now? Now I'm going to show you what I got today that's new. This is stuff that came out today. There may be some stuff that came out a couple weeks ago, but most of this is going to be stuff that I picked up today. Okay, these are fresh and new, right off the rip. So, Tomb of Dracula. How about the Tomb of Black Widow? I saw this, was like, don't care, gotta have it. Why? Because of the title. So, boom. There you go. Looks really cool. We got the bats up there, the Winter Soldier's down in the corner, hiding in his hidey hole. So that's awesome. Can't wait to read that and then put it up. And then, oh my goodness, same comic, variant cover, my man Alex Ross. There you go. And they've got them. Well, there's a Wolverine one, there's a Beast one, there's a Thor one. I saw a Doctor Strange one. These variant covers are awesome. I mean, he's the real deal. And then here is another variant cover for that same Black Widow comic. Guys, if you're not getting on these Black Widow comics, you best hurry. Because when the movie finally comes out, you're going to be sad. Alright, so this one, if I wouldn't have seen this today with my own eyes, I never would have thunk it exists. Transformers and Back to the Future. Now, if you notice, the DeLorean has become a transformer because the flux capacitor is dead center in his chest. Marty's confused, Doc's confused, and they're both looking at their watches. Don't know what that's going to do to help you. But it's also being struck by lightning, which we know generates 1.21 gigawatts, which is going to cause the flux capacitor to work, and time circuits, if they're on, they're going to work, and it's going to send it somewhere in the future or the past. But I thought this was awesome, so I'm excited to check it out. And then it also has a variant cover. It says cover B. I'm just going to put that one on top of that one. Looks like Doc and Marty are slaves, carrying some pink cubes. And you see Megatron in the background, and see all kinds of people. I mean, it's like it's got everybody. But what is really going on? I don't know. I'm going to read, and I'm going to find out, and hopefully get more of these. This is going to be Star Wars number 7, the variant cover. Your Empire Strikes Back. This is going to be the Minox scene when they're inside the cave, but it's really the friggin' worm thing. These Empire Strikes Back variant covers are worth money now. So if you see them, get them. Okay, there's 36 total. This one, Star Wars Adventures, first cover. All right, this is cover B. This is also taking place on the planet Hoth. Grab it. It's a number 1. You know I do my thing. Here we go. This is Batman 100. This is right after the Joker Wars. This just goes back to the whole variant cover thing. Want to get it? You see, you got Batman, Joker, and then right here you have a Joker shark. And on the 15th, the Batman 3 Jokers cover for the first book, the shark cover is going to come out. So I've already got on pre-order because I have all the runs of the first issue and the second issue, plus the 1 of 25 variant for both. So I got to get that other one. So here's 97, Batman 97 during the Joker Wars. Obviously, it is a variant cover. I was excited to find it today. Great find for me because, like I said, I love variant covers. Those are just things that are just going to sit and be sexy looking. Catwoman, Batman 96 in Joker Wars. Just because it looks good. Why? Variant covers. Variant covers, people. I love variant covers. This one here. This is number 1, TMNT, the best Raphael. This one, Matt got a couple weeks ago, or maybe last week on his video. They got one in today. I went ahead and scooped it up because it's Raphael, my favorite. So it's issue number 1, so I can't wait for 2, 3, and 4. This came out today. It is actually the 850th issue of The Amazing Spider-Man. And guess what it is? Variant edition in my favorite suit, the symbiote suit. So I think there was like 6 other variant covers. And with them being $10 a pop, I'm going to have to pace myself. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, pace. Yeah, right. Whatever, dude. And then last but not least, Batman 94. We're still in the Joker Wars, and here's Joker and Punchline. For those of you who don't know what Punchline is, you need to read Joker Wars. Okay. Get in there and check it out. So that's my haul for today. I know it was a lot. Oh my goodness. But I know I was glad to be able to get out and pick comic books with some friends, and hopefully I'll get to join you guys again and share my love of comic books and just my passion. So go out there, find your favorite books, find you some to read, find you some to collect, and just like I tell all my friends, be good. If not, be good at it. We'll catch you next time.